unseen it. Unseen Radio. The Lodge Roll-Up. Hear it before it happens on Unseen Radio.
I'm speaking to Mel from Tarantism. Mel is coordinating the Umbrella Fair this summer, which is taking place on the 17th and 18th of August. Mel, what can you tell me about the Umbrella Fair? What's going on?
Okay, well, first of all, I'm just a performance coordinator. There's a massive load of people involved in this, and obviously, as a free event, nobody is getting paid for doing any of the work there. Any of the musicians, any of the stage crew, any of the people putting up tents, the stewards, it's all 100% voluntary. We're very proud of that it's by the people of Northampton for the people of Northampton. Okay, so new this year, we have the alternative stage. Basically, that came about because we have an application process with the Umbrella Fair. So we just put the word out, who wants to play, and we see what comes back. Now, there was an obvious load of applications from, shall we say, more left field bands. There was a lot of goth rock and heavy metal and punk, and so we thought, well, let's just have a stage to celebrate that. So the alternative stage, which runs on a Saturday only, kicks off with the Multiversal Concrete Fleet, who I believe are a psychedelic band. Then we have Knees, Black Room Fiasco, the Boffins, Tom Wright Band, the excellent Dave Vegas, the fantastic Operatives, who again you might hear a bit from later, and finishing up with God Monkey Skyhook Amalgamation. There's a mouthful, but they're bringing their own projection show with them, so I think that's going to be a really excellent way to end up that stage on Saturday night.
Marvellous. Well, tune in next week because we've got Black Room Fiasco in the studio for
Fantastic.
Summer Retreat Festival.
Excellent.
As well. But for now, we're going to give you a bit of Operatives.
Seduce it. Okay. Seduce it. Seduce.
My name is Seduce it.
Part of the Bonniers family.
Part of the Bonniers Pizza Dynasty.
This is dedicated to the Bonniers family. It's called Tune Up and News.
I hold you all my life, feel like a day in paradise, and I know that I'm to blame. I hold you all my life, feel like a day in paradise, and I know that I'm to blame. For in basements of the world, yeah, I don't like what you do, baby. What to do? I say, look at the tune up and hey! Basements of the world, yeah. I don't like what you do, baby. What to do? I say, look at the tune up and news. For in basements of the world, yeah. I don't like what you do, baby. What to do? I say, look at the tune up, look at the tune up and news.
Suck on my junk, bitch.
Sucking my junk, bitch. Yeah. Perform. I ain't got a date for the prom. Prom.
But Mom, I ain't got a date for the prom. But you promised.
You promised to take me swimming. You promised.
But you promised.
Anyway, this year we got loads of stages, absolutely loads of stages. It's going to be really boring if I just give you a long list of them, but I'll just start. I mean, fantastically this year, I think the Mailer stage, which is the global music stage, is really exciting. I've worked really hard on getting a really varied programme on that. So we start on Saturday with the Zim Women, who are African women's band doing lots of drumming and traditional African singing. Then we've got a gospel choir, and then we have a new band who's been solely created to play at the Umbrella Fair. So we've worked with them quite hard, and that they're a Somali band. Then we've got Donnybrook Fair, obviously Northampton's sort of premier Irish band, and Citadel, who I know you've had in these sessions before. Absolutely fantastic Northampton band. And on Sunday, on that stage, we've got an Afghani troupe who are going to be doing traditional music and dancing from Afghanistan, and a Serbian dance troupe. But I think for me the gig of the day is going to be Ajit Pal Singh Pali. He's a premier Bhangra artist, and he's just got a single out, and I know he's really pulling all the stops out for the Umbrella Fair. He's got drummers and dancers and all sorts coming to do that performance with him, so I'm really looking forward to that.
So really, it's not just a local fair for local bands, it is a world music festival.
Well, it is, yes. There's a lot of world music there, except that all these acts are from within our county. They're people who, for whatever reasons, now live in Northampton, and we see the music as being part of bringing all the parts of our community together. That's really important to the Umbrella Fair, which is why we've made a particular effort on that stage this year. But I do think it's going to be amazing. You know, that music is from all around the world, and it's just, and I know a lot of them are using traditional dress and traditional dancing, so it's going to be a really vibrant, exciting stage, that one, which I've worked really hard on personally, so I'm really looking forward to that.
So that's brilliant. So that's one side of it, and then there's a theatrical element.
Yeah, we have some more theatre this year. Actually, this is just going to happen on the Sunday. It's quite a varied programme on that. So to start with, we have Daniel Seath, who will be doing show songs and some monologues from Othello. Then we have Claire Woodbridge, who's doing sketches and songs based on Doctor Who. Mo Shapiro, who's bringing a widely acclaimed one-woman show, Victoria Wood and Me. That's fairly obvious what that's based on. She's been very successful with that all around the country, so we're very honoured to have that. And then we have the Tickle Me Morbid company doing Men Are Jerks and Women Fancy Them. It all looks really brilliant, and finishing up with Tony Howe's one-man show doing Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. How he does that as one man, I don't know. Come along and see. It sounds really interesting anyway. The Pavilion Project, if for anyone who doesn't know, it's a building that's on the Racecourse, and it's the downstairs of the Jade Pavilion, and it's been changing rooms but pretty much empty for over a decade, and the chance came up for that building to come back in use, and the Umbrella Fair thought, well, we've got such a fantastic team of people who are used to working with each other and all care passionately about our community, that we wanted to do it all more than 2 days a year. We have this grand 365 plan, you know, which is to be able to provide a space for the community whenever it's needed. So we did some public consultations. We worked very hard with an architect to draw up some great plans, and we were successful in securing the lease. So we got 25-year lease on this building, which excitingly we're going to turn into a venue with a vegetarian and vegan cafe and some community rooms, and also energy advice centre, because that's one thing that we've been doing a lot of work in locally, just helping local people reduce their energy bills, which also has the happy side effect of reducing their carbon footprint. So it's a kind of win-win situation for us, and that's going to be a big part of the new Umbrella Fair Centre. Well, we haven't decided what we're going to call it yet, and it's just at the beginning of the refurbishment. We're just about to complete the public toilets and our offices, and after that we got to raise a bucket load of money to get it to what we want to, because obviously 25 years, that's a good long legacy for the people of Northampton. So we really want the building to be something special and to be really used as much as possible. So we're just going to have it as a really flexible space where anything can happen.
Okay, so let's get back to Umbrella Fair now.
Yeah, back to Umbrella Fair.
Tell me a little about the youth stage.
Okay, yeah, the youth stage. I actually started off doing the youth stage, because I run a weekly youth club, a youth music club, and it kind of grew out of that. But the talent is amazing. There's Ash Lane, really brilliant band of Youth and Blue Skies, some lads I know for ages, really good musicians. Wise Old Owls, who will look about 13, and I think they might even be 13, but Wise Old Owls is a really good name for them because they are amazing. And ending up on the Saturday night with a really full-on Kalashnikov, really great band. And on Sunday we have a bit more of a acoustic vibe. EVIE MCGARRIGLE, who you'll be hearing later, she's an amazing singer, and Scott Walters, he's a really great musician.
We've had him in before.
You've had him in before as well, yeah. They're be lending some nice acoustic vibes most of the day to that, and then we end up with We Are Animal and Ground Floor. Ground Floor is an amazing band. They do sort of like, I can't even define their genre. I think there's some ska-core in there and some other really amazing brass instruments for teenagers, basically. But you know, just because they're teenagers, don't let that put you off, because the youth stage is going to be one of the places to be. I'm telling you, there's a lot of talent on there, and again, all from our county.
Brilliant. Okay, well, here is a sample of what you can expect on that youth stage. This is the previously mentioned EVIE MCGARRIGLE.
This is EVIE MCGARRIGLE, and this is Little Bird. Little bird, your songs are sweeter than sunrise. Little bird, your calls bring tears to our eyes. Little bird, your wings take you above the treetops so high. So tell me why, little bird, you lie there and cry. You spend all your time chasing stars when you know full well that they're too far. God only knows how hard you'll try. And for those little wings give in, and you fall straight from the sky, straight from the sky, straight from the sky. One by one, you drop like flies. One by one, you say your goodbyes. I never thought I'd see the day even had the chance to say. You spend all your time chasing stars, and you know full well that they're too far. God only knows how hard you try before those little wings give in and you fall straight from the sky, straight from the sky.
So how long has Umbrella Fair been going for now?
Well, there's some debate about this because it used to run years ago, and it got, I don't know how long it ran for then. I think it was quite a well-established festival, but history sort of tells us it got a bit gnarly, it got a bit difficult to run, it got too much for everybody, so they had a break, and it was kind of just left in history. And then a couple of people got together and decided, well, you know, actually this was a really good thing. And I think also with the demise of the balloon festival at that time on the Racecourse, there was space for something to happen.
How many volunteers?
Well, there's a question. I think actually at the fair there'll be about 300.
Wow, that's amazing.
Which is amazing. Obviously, as the organising committee, there's about 30 doing various different, all the horrible jobs that have to get done, like sorting the toilets out and making sure everybody's safe, and that all the equipment's working and all the stages are set up properly. You know, I let the site crew get on with that. They're brilliant at that, and we've got a really experienced team. But anybody can come and get involved, and we still will need volunteers on the day, so to do stuff like collecting money and telling people where things are and helping people, and just clearing up, setting up. There's all those kinds of jobs that need doing, so if you got some spare time before, after, during, just come down, see our volunteer coordinator. We have the Don as our volunteer coordinator, and he sorts out everybody. And I would say all volunteers get fed, get cake, and get treated nicely. So it's well worth coming and being a part of, I think.
I think cake is a good enough reason to volunteer.
It's a good enough reason. Yeah, definitely.
So Mel, what would you say is the thing that really separates the Umbrella Fair from the other local festivals? Because there's loads of them this
There are.
summer,
It's been
isn't there?
brilliant, actually, hasn't it?
It has been wonderful.
It's been really great, loads of stuff. I think probably what sets Umbrella Fair apart, well, two things. Mostly is our community aspect, because we really only use people from within our county. We don't have any musicians or anybody from outside our county, because we really recognise there's so much talent in this county. We don't need to go any further, and part of that reasoning is the other thing that sets us aside is our green remit, because we are an environmental group, and that's one of our main issues, is to promote awareness of green issues, and we like to do that in a non-preachy way. We like to just get on with it and do it. So all the generators are run on recycled chip fat. We've got solar pad stages, and we've also got our open mic stage is a bicycle pad stage. So anyone can come and have a go on that, but they do need to bring their friends with them to be the power to cycle and actually have the power. So, but really, that's a lovely stage to go and play. If anybody wants to do that, please just go on the day and see whoever's coordinating that, because the cafe is very much the heart of the festival. We have the umbrella stage, which is a kind of eclectic mix of everything else. Everything else that's not round the site you can find on the umbrella stage. So that starts on Saturday with Tiger Style, followed by Mad Dog and the Growlers. the Dan Hughes Trio, Peter Marchant. Then we've got fantastic Code 500, and what I'm really looking forward to, Retro Spankies. I haven't seen them live for a year or two, and I know they've got loads of new material, so I'm really looking forward to that. And then Giles Likes Tea, followed by Carl Phillips and the Midnight Ramblers. And then I'm playing.
Yeah, now this year Tarantism are playing.
Yeah.
And we're going to be hearing stuff from Tarantism on tonight's show.
Yeah.
But you were performing last year with a slightly different collective, weren't you?
Oh yes, we had the folk orchestra last year. Obviously, because I'm the performance director, I could just give myself a gig every year, but I try and spread it out. So Tarantism didn't play last year, but are going to play this year. We haven't got the folk orchestra again this year. It was a huge kind of one-off project that I'm kind of hoping we may resurrect for future projects, but it was a really, really massive commitment.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it was on a massive scale.
It was, yeah. There were nearly 30 of us on stage last year, which again is why it's such a difficult thing to do very often, because it's asking for a big commitment from a lot of people. So,
but it was an example of the community spirit and the scale on which you like to present art.
Yeah, absolutely.
Festival, because it's an artistic
That's right.
festival, isn't it?
It most definitely is an artistic festival, and I would say again that's perhaps something else that sets us apart from other festivals. We really strive to encourage new art in Northampton. We really new music, original music. I mean, we only have, for example, one covers band on site the whole weekend. All the rest of them are original bands, which I think, considering that we just take it from this county, is amazing. That's how much talent there is, that we can have a huge, vast selection of original bands, of music written by bands in this county. Yeah. It's pretty amazing. And on Sunday, we start on the Umbrella stage. We start with the morning chorus, which are a band rather than the Birds. Then we have Sergeant Bilko's Crazy Combo, followed by the Riverboat Pirates, Tracy Matthews Band, the fantastic King's Gambit, who are always going to get people dancing. And then to finish up, we have the brilliant Shikayla, who are a Celtic fusion band. So I think that's going to be a really excellent way to finish up the Sunday night.
you find the moment it's all over, you have to start planning next year?
Absolutely. You mentioned our tea on the lawns. We'll have a tea on the lawn in September, which are sort of the festival in microcosm. It's just...
That's grabbing at the very last bit of summer.
It will be. It'll be just the middle of September, and we just have the cafe up with the bicycle pad stage there, and we're open from Friday night till Sunday night, and it's a much more relaxed affair, and just lots of nice food and good music and good friends sitting around and lots of nice family activities. So this year we've got a history tent, which is going to have a load of different history groups from all over the town, but particularly focusing on the history of the racecourse itself. That's going to be really interesting. I hope I get time to go and see that. And we have some other areas. So the LGBT tent for lesbians, gays, bisexuals and transsexuals. I don't know what they do in there. So go and have a look. Matthew, who runs that, is a lovely man, so I'm sure he's got some interesting stuff going on in there.
And is that going on the Saturday and the Sunday?
That's Saturday and Sunday, yeah. We also have the cabaret tent, which is run by the original Capel. He hasn't given me any schedule, so I can't tell you what's going on in there. So there's some secret stuff going on in there. I think you're just going to have to go and look for yourself. All I know about that is it's going to be interesting.
Lovely.
Yeah. And of course we've got the dub tent. We've always had the dub tent.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, down in the dip, so that we don't make too many of the residents angry.
Do we know who's DJing in there?
Well, the High Grade Rockers host that, so they have various different DJs. It will be dubtastic, that's what I can tell. Big bass bins. Another new thing we got this year is in the film tent. There's going to be a reggae jam band, so there's going to be bits of local film interspersed with whoever wants to get up and have a jam, I think. So that's going to be fun. We've also, of course, got the healing area. There's a load of I know there's some stuff on raw food there. There's some yoga exercises. There's all kinds of stuff to do with alternative healing methods. I think it'll be a very nice chilled out area.
Very
and
nice.
Lovely. And that's also next to the Magic Garden, which is a decorated part of the woods, and there's going to be little fairies all over the woods, so you'll be able to take your kids in there and see if you can find them all. Oh, and of course the kids area, massive kids area, doing loads and loads of stuff, loads of arts and crafts and storytelling. The big draw for us is you can come from if you're a toddler to if you're 90.
Well, I'm starting to really see now how you can need over 300 volunteers.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see. I mean, there's so many stages. There's so much going on. But the brilliant thing is, all these people just get on with it and just do it, because they want to be part of a big Northampton event. So it's just always a lovely vibe, because everybody's happy to be there and happy to have that space and the opportunity. We have the jazz and classical tent, which is being coordinated by lovely Ros Webber, and she's got a really a really brilliantly eclectic programme. So she's got all sorts of things from the Gibson Quartet, which is a viola quartet, jazz piano, singing for fun choir, the Heliotrope Chamber Ensemble, which is a wind quartet. So there's some really varied programming on that stage as well, which well done to her for getting that together, because this is, as I said, everybody is a volunteer for this. Nobody's getting paid for it, so all the bands, all the musicians, everyone is giving their time for free.
Okay, so our last little bit now, we're going to talk about the acoustic stage.
Yeah, the acoustic stage is amazing. I mean, Hannah Faulkner, who coordinates that, is one of the busiest working acoustic artists in this county. She puts so many nights on and just promotes artists in this county. So she has just got an amazing database of people that she's worked with, and it's an incredibly long programme. I couldn't possibly say everybody, but in amongst this massive programme, we've got John Cadden Lawrence, My Jake, the Joe Miles Trio, the Random Murphys, Kenneth Nash, Scrumpy Bastards, Matthew Moody, Carly Loadsby. There are just so many fantastic singer-songwriters in this county, and actually we, as a festival, have acknowledged this by making the hours of the acoustic stage longer. In previous years it's finished at 6, but it's going on till the end this time, because we had so many applications. I mean, even though Hannah's managed to fit a load in there, I think we had over 100 applications just for that stage.
Wow.
Yeah. I'd go and look out for the Random Murphys, a bit of Irish there. I think they'd be good, yeah. And the Scrumpy Bastards, of course, they're always, I think they've come in here before, haven't they?
We've also had
You've
Scrumpy
had them
Bastards in.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of the acts that are performing at Umbrella Fair come in, actually. So it's well worth looking through the back catalogue.
Yeah, definitely,
Unseen Radio's.
Yeah, she's going to get everyone to have a look back and see. Because, of course, you did the Bardic Picnic special, didn't you?
Absolutely. We had Riverboat Pirates in for that, and I know they're playing.
Yeah, they're playing,
as well.
And the Bardic Picnic themselves host the spoken word tent at the Umbrella Fair. We're very closely involved with the Bardic Picnic, so all the bards will be there.
The concrete tower, it stares down at all the people that live in Shoetown. Stood right next to the saints, that hallowed ground, cobblers near not far in Shoetown. Monolithic, the station stands defiant, looming red brick, square and quiet. They tell it, we're going to tear you down, you brute. Still, it stands there still and resolute. The fish market's gone and I will be next, it thinks. Still, it's still a haven for those after too many drinks. Revitalise this town with rejuvenation, but remember, self-improvement is masturbation. Make this town look like all the others, like some inbred mutant hideous brother. It grew up, this place. It wasn't made. Now I'm one to call a spade a spade. Residents swear on every other word. It's still shit if you polish a turd. I'm not from here, though, but it's where I belong. If people ask me, I tell them it's where I'm from. I came here and stayed, but not stuck in the mud. It's here I found a wealth of love. 100 little things that could be yours. Just look closer and open the right doors. Painters and poets, writers and bards exist with the potholes and all the road scars. Actors and comics, singers and freaks, outgoing and weirdos, and don't forget the geeks. Thanks for having me and letting me hang around. I love being here in this shoe town.